Hi, this is Ave Buon. Because I believe human beings are good in nature, I've created this channel to make public awareness of the needs of others so that people or organizations could reach out to them directly. Hospicio de San Jose is the oldest charitable institution in the Philippines. Initially named Hospicio General, it was established during the Spanish colonial period in October 1778 by Don Francisco Gomez Enriquez and his wife, Doña Barbara Verzosa. The first social welfare agency in the country, and as a foster care institution, it has been a home for orphans, the abandoned, special needs, neglected, abused, or surrendered by their family for further care or adoption, people in crisis situations, the elderly, and the truly poor and marginalized by Philippine society. In 1810, Hospicio was permanently relocated to the Isla de Convalescencia in the middle of the Pasig River and can only be accessed via Ayala Bridge. In 1866, through the suggestion to the Governor General of the Philippines by a benefactor named Doña Margarita Rojas, the operation of the hospice became the responsibility of the Daughters of Charity of St. Vincent de Paul. Here they provide both residential and non-residential services like health and psychosocial care, pastoral and home life support, education, vocational skills training, and livelihood, nurturing and uplifting the total well-being of those who have been left with very little, if nothing at all. Moreover, a high percentage of babies and preschool children reside in hospicia dorms. Special shout out to Pablo John and also to Annie and her sister Sweta and their lovely parents, Mari and Vicente, and Ana and Lorenzo. In March 2020, the government of the Republic of the Philippines placed the country in a state of alarm due to COVID-19. During that time, there were 485 quarantined people inside Hospicio. A high percentage of its workers decided to bring their family along to be able to continue providing their services at the center. None of the residents were allowed to leave, nor the government allowed people to enter so as not to jeopardize the health of the residents. Donations, whether food or sanitary materials, were received through the railings at the entrance of Hospicio. Likewise, they requested donations through social media for the purchase of medicines and essential materials such as thermometers, soaps, water, alcohol disinfectants, masks, gloves, and other materials for the residents. Although initially, Hospicio went into lockdown and no casualties were produced, as of April 2021, there are a total of 23 confirmed cases of infected persons, now in isolation. Following government guidelines, Hospicio is now being monitored by the City Health Emergency Center. All in all, in May 2021, Hospicio has 114 abused and exploited children, 47 special needs persons, 65 older people, and 150 homeless individuals and families. For further information, please contact directly the following people. If you like this video, please comment below and subscribe. Thank you.